Hello students, I welcome you to the online English class. I hope you are fine and doing well in your studies. Okay, now today I am going to teach you the next topic, which is basically a poem, and that's titled as Amanda. So my dear students, first of all let me introduce the poem. The author, the poet of this poem describes a little girl who is often scolded by her parents for not doing the things as per their wishes, as per their choice. And while she is getting scolded, she pays attention to something else. She seems to be totally preoccupied, in a state of preoccupation, because she imagines herself to be in a very different situation rather than to listen to the harsh words of her parents. But in the last part of the poem, the poet has highlighted that she no more imagines herself. This indicates that she accepts the truth, she accepts the reality. She tries to live with the reality, or with the harsh realities of life. Okay, it's I think you are able to understand. You got the crux, you got the gist of the poem. Now let us discuss it in detail. Amanda is a little girl who is often scolded by her parents for not doing as per their wishes, as per their advice. First of all, she is asked to refrain from biting nails. My dear students, she is in a habit of biting nails and she is getting scolded for that, in order to refrain from that habit. And bending her shoulders while she is sitting. She had two habits. First, she used to bite her nails, and second, she used to bend her shoulders while sitting. And however, Amanda does not listen to her mother. So it was the mother who was scolding her, and she is not paying attention to her words, and rather imagines herself as a mermaid in the sea and enjoying freedom there. Amanda imagines herself to be a mermaid rather than to listen to the harsh words of her mother. Next, her mother asks her whether she had completed her work or not. Next, she is getting, and then put the things in order in her room or not. Two questions being asked to, Amanda, that whether she had completed her work or not, and she had cleaned her room or not. Then thereafter, she further says to Amanda angrily, first before this, when she is not paying any attention to that, she further says that Amanda angrily that she had told her to clean her shoes. Another question. She gives vent to her anger. Her mother gives vent to her anger and angrily asks her whether she had cleaned her shoes or not. Then Amanda again escapes into dreams. She tries to move away from the reality. She is not in a mood to listen to the words of her mother. And she imagines herself to be an orphan. Now see, she is so fed up. She does not want to have her parents in her life. She likes to be an orphan. She likes to be the child having no parents. Because she has got fed up with the usual and continuous incessant scolding from her mother. Who is, she wants to be an orphan who is roaming around in the streets freely without any checks, without any, curtailments, without any restrictions. Her mother again confronts her. She asks Amanda not to eat chocolates as she has got acne, means pimples on her face last time. However, Amanda does not seem to be interested in that as well, in her mother's words, which makes the latter more angry, which makes Amanda's mother more angry, and then she starts shouting at her and asked her that she was talking to her, why she was not paying attention to the words, why she is not paying attention to her words. Amanda again begins dreaming this time. She imagines herself to be a Rapunzel, and who is in a quiet, room, and remains there forever without any sort of disturbance. So she imagines herself to be Rapunzel without any sort of disturbance. Again, she is not paying attention to the words of her mother. Finally, her mother asks her not to be lazy and moody. Her mother finally, in the last moment, in the last part of the poem, her mother asks her not to be so lazy and moody all the time, because people will think that perhaps her parents, perhaps her parents are too much harsh towards her. That's why she does not want her to be so lazy and so, moody. Because other people will think that she is getting scolded, she is getting a harsh treatment from her parents. That's why she does not want her to be so. This time, Amanda does not dream. She seems to be absorbed in reality. She is, it seems that she has accepted the reality. When she does not seem to be in dreams, in the last part, this indicates that she has accepted the truth, she has accepted the reality, and she has learned to live with harsh words. She has accepted the harsh realities of life. Now she has stopped, she has restrained, she has curtailed herself to be in the world of utopia, in the dreamy, in her dreams. Now she is able to live her life in accordance with the harsh realities of life. So my dear students, I hope you got the crux, you got the gist as well as the explanation of the poem. After watching this video, I'll send you the PDF file including the question answers. I want you to go through those PDF files, then thereafter you can start composing the answers on your own and then jot down them in your notebook. Thank you.